It was a tough go-around for Spain, as we know, and it's tough for head coach Montse Tome, who has parted ways here with the Spanish women's national team after the Royal Spanish Football Federation decided to not renew her contract. The decision comes less than a month after Spain lost in the Women's Euro final against England. U23 coach Sonia Bermudez will be Tome's successor, and our Gemma Soler has more on the decision.
Yes, Cristina, Montse Tome's dismissal, it was kind of expected here in Spain. There was a controversy regarding her appointment 2 years ago because she was part of that controversial Luis Rubiales start. So there has always been that shadow of questioning if she was the right fit for the job. Also, Montse Tome has been criticized for never calling up former captain Jenny Hermoso for the Spanish national team. It has been seen as some sort of punishment for the big controversy, that infamous kiss. Also, she has been criticized for her tactical approach, for some decisions, and of course, the final straw was that defeat in the Euros final against England. Because we're talking about the best generation of a Spanish players, probably the best generation of women playing in the world. Let's remember there are 4 Ballon d'Or in this team, and this demands a top management. Also, Montse Tome failed to fully have the appreciation of her locker room. As an example, you haven't seen any picture, nice message on social media of any of the players so far after she was fired. So what's coming up next for the Spanish national team? Well, a new generation, something new. Sonia Bermudez has already been appointed. She was a really successful player, former Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano striker. She has been managing for 5 years the national under-19 Spanish team, the under-23. What can we expect? Well, of course, she has a lack of experience at top flight. She's not Sarina Wigman, she's not Emma Hayes, she's not even Jonathan Giraldez. This has risen some criticism in the Spanish FA or even in the Spanish society for what we said, that the best generation should have the best possible coach. But I can tell you there is a positive opinion in the Spanish locker room. She is a personal chosen appointment of Reyes Belver, the Spanish director of the women's team. They believe a lot in her potential. She has already been successful in the young teams, and she has the respect of the talents of right now of the big stars of the team, Alexia Putellas, Aitana Bonmatí. So they believe that she can be a really successful manager for the Spanish women's national team. That's also what we expect here in Spain, but as always, time and titles will tell us if Sonia Bermudez was the right appointment for this job, Cristina.
Our lovely Gemma Soler, siempre con la mejor información, always with the best information. Thank you so much. Let's break it down a little bit here. Jeff, apparently it wasn't a surprising decision, and now they're happy with Sonia Bermudez taking over. I mean, what does Spain really need to avoid what we just saw in the final?
Well, I think the timing is right when you look at Euros just ended, World Cup is 2 years out, so the timing makes sense if you're going to make a change. I think, look, the best players in the world are right there, right? So you need a manager that can, one, manage them, whether that's personalities or just fitting the pieces together the right way, and get the best out of them, because you don't have a talent problem in Spain by any means.
Clearly,
this is yeah, it's about getting the pieces right, and we hear there, maybe the locker room was not thrilled with how things were going, and that can derail the best team in the world too. And I mean, obviously they still made the continental final. They've moved up into the #1 spot since in the world rankings, be those what they are and however they're calculated. But I think you just need the right person that can galvanize a group.
Yeah, I agree, and I think respect. It starts with the respect of the players, of who's now coming in, and because she has worn the jersey before, and because she's been in the same position, I think there's just a different level of respect that some of the players and the personnel who will be involved have for a head coach in that position, and you just need a leader who understands, how to get the best out of players, like Jeff had mentioned, but also can implement the roles and responsibilities that they're looking for in each and every player, and make sure that they have a good understanding of that. And that's really what it boils down to: managing players' personalities and understanding that not every player is the same, and you can't treat everyone the same, and you have to make sure that you understand how to get the best out of them in different aspects that you want and that you need in order to see how you want this team to be successful. So that it starts with good leadership, respect, and trust. And I think just from reading, about Sonia and how the players have been reacting, I think that is first and foremost, and I think that is already there. So they are off to a better start.
I mean, it sounds very basic, right? But it's just such an important foundation of keeping your locker room happy, because those penalties that we saw, a lot of it, 50% of it at least, is mental. So something was going on there behind the scenes that maybe they weren't 100% happy with, but these are the kind of players that need to be 100% happy